Last time on Let's Play Metroid Prime 3 Corruption.
You remember this cannon right here? Well, now we have the Seeker missiles. We can use the cannon, and this is the return cannon from where we could use the plasma beam previously. So when you're on the spire, you should switch to the command visor and put the Thronium bomb in there.
Data received.
To drop the bomb onto the Leviathan shield, you must move the bomb pod directly over the Leviathan and shut down the pod's engine, initiating Skytown migration. We will move the Skytown facility as close as possible to the Leviathan shield, and then deploy the bomb pod. After shutting off the engines, use the escape capsule to return here.
Skytown migration complete.
Once you hit this kinetic orb cannon, the mission begins. So let's get ready, and we're doing it.
Samus, we are sensing a large number of enemy units in your vicinity. The pirates must have detected your movement toward the seed. If the spire is destroyed before reaching the impact site, all hope for Elysia is lost.
You use the Seeker missiles now. We have them to try and lock into many targets. Oh come on. Yeah, it looks like this is a failed attempt. The salt skiffs are so annoying. Right. He just jumps off the edge.
Style sequence commencing.
Right, so we've got 5 minutes to get out of here, so that's should be fine.
Engine shut. Escape pod malfunction. Opening repair access tunnel.
Of course! Oh no. Well, we're stuck down here. Just use the plasma beam to break through these.
Engine shutdown in 4 minutes.
There we go. Got that one done. There we go.
Escape pod online.
Okay. Are we gonna leave her? You know what that means? Push!
The plan worked. The bomb's impact resulted in the destruction of the Leviathan's shield, and the seed is now exposed. Fly there and destroy it.
However, in the next episode, we're not going to do the seed boss by any means. Instead, we're actually going to go ahead and try and collect a bunch of power-ups and scan a bunch of lore logs we may have missed in the process. So. Hello, Jedi Person here, and welcome back to Let's Play Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. We're going to be going around Skytown in this episode to collect various bits and bobs. We've got a couple of missile expansions we need to find, and several data bots I missed out on. Because for some reason, these guys, whenever they appear in here, were completely passed me by whenever we did so. So we're going to go correct that in this episode. So I'm going to be jump cutting in this video to points where we need to get things, and I will see you at those locations. Okay, first I'm going to start the video right here because you need to activate the kinetic orb cannon on this side as well to go back for one of the upgrades, because now we have the screw attack, we can access both an item and a piece of lore in the process. So let's get back into morphle mode and go over to the other side. Okay, now we're back in this area here. We're in the construction bay. This is where our upgrade is going to be. What we want to do is try and get back up this way, which is easier said than done considering we lack the power up that actually that is the quick route up this way. So in that respect you may want to come back here at a later point, but we're doing this now, so phew, that was a close one. Okay, good. Much better handle on it than the last time I came through these. That's maybe because there were shriek bats there, but even so. Now when you get up top here, we want to go over to this platform right here, and you see that part over there. Now that we have the screw attack, we can reach that part, but I think you want to do it from here. There we go, and here we have ourselves a missile expansion. There is also a data bot here, so let's shoot you and read your lore. Elysian data doctor coded, Phazon. 1 week after we had lost communication with the Aurora Unit, we witnessed the living planet strike again. It sent forth several stellar objects, one aimed directly for us. It straight through the clouds of Elysia, destroying a large portion of our home, ultimately striking the distant core below. Soon our sensors detected the presence of strange energy. Our readings matched through the Federation's data. This was the same toxin that corrupted countless other planets on our creator's world, the galactic scourge called Phazon. Okay, and our next data dock is actually too far from here, because I completely missed it earlier on when we could have got it back all the way back then, because obviously you can tell that piece of lore there is much later on in the storyline. I intentionally went into screw attack there for a moment. Okay, so it turns out that there's some lore in here right at this point. Elysian data doctor coded, Slumber. By the year 600, we of Elysia were low on critical supplies and fuel. We created smaller mechanoids to process fuel from the atmosphere of Elysia, but they proved unable to produce a sufficient supply. Unable to secure the necessary resources to sustain ourselves, we entered a state of hibernation to preserve our remaining stores of energy and parts. While we slumbered, the data collected by the station's equipment was fed to us in dreams. During this long period of sleep, we had many dreams. Countless great events came to us, including a reunion with our creators, whom we'd come to call a new planet their home. It was not long before disaster struck, a stellar object hitting planet Talon 4, bringing with it a catastrophic corruption that sent the Chozo world into chaos. We watched helplessly as our creators perished, the few survivors fleeing to an unknown location. Powerless, we slept, and in our dreams, we lamented the deaths of our creators. This was the final vision, after which we were never able to see our creators again. Interesting. So the Chozo that created the Elysians were the same Chozo that were on Talon 4. Now, there is something we can do in this room, but I'm going to save it till much later because it's going to be pointless to do it now. So, for now I'm just going to travel more along Elysia, and I'll jump cut to when we have another piece of lore or upgrade to obtain. Okay, so we're now in the central chamber. Now that we have the screw attack, we can actually go through this room right here. And this is going to be your route back now that there's no spire to be able to get through this point. I want to come here now because there is a data bot in this room. There's also an upgrade in this room, but we cannot actually get it just yet because we lack the power up that we need to get it. So we will be coming back to this room at a later date. But I wanted to try and get as much Elysian data as possible in this episode, so We're going to shoot you right there and scan you. Elysian data duct decoded. Entry, Invader. We watched as Elysia fell victim to the meteor's corruption, its phazon beginning to consume her. High above the noxious surface, we continued to collect data on the object. It was not long before we met a new enemy, space pirates. Hostile alien life forms and sworn enemies of the Federation entered the station and attacked. The pirate forces struck swiftly, their numbers and weapons dwarfing our own. After their initial assault, they began construction of a massive energy shield around the meteor. They referred to the fallen object as a seed and quickly built a protective barrier. Any resistance they met from us was crushed, and the massive shield was built without interruption. Our attention then turned to the pirates themselves. If we could not stop them through combat, perhaps there was another way. Our studies quickly yielded unexpected results. All of the space pirates were corrupted with phazon, but unlike other life forms, they were actually being sustained by it. This phazon kept them alive, and it appeared to control their minds with a will of its own. That's new information we haven't seen before. Now, I don't believe we can actually get up. Yeah, we need to. This right here is stopping us from being able to get to the upgrade, but we could still get the data bot from here, so it's all lost. I kind of wonder whether we're supposed to know that information, yes or not, but there you go. A few of them thought I never shot it there for a moment. And this is actually going to take us back to the Steam bot area. And I believe in here somewhere is another data bot. How have I missed all these, dang it? Elysian data duct decoded. Discovery. The Chozo were watchers of studying the depths of space, tirelessly to quench their thirst for knowledge. From this facility, they launched observation satellites, firing them into the heavens towards distant worlds. These satellites returned information that allowed them to analyze the various phenomena occurring across the cosmos. Through this process, they were able to satisfy their intellectual appetite, one planet at a time. One day, a Chozo searcher happened upon a very rare discovery. A once-thought lost satellite delivered information on a distant world. It was incredibly far away, even by Chozo reckoning. Study of that stellar object revealed that it was, in many ways, a planet, and yet also sentient, alive. This chance event was brief, and the information being collected was lost before the true identity of the planet was revealed. I didn't even go around this whole area to see that there even was something we could pick up there. So what we're going to be heading... we'll get that one later. Okay, so we're back in the main docking bay. I came into it from an outside route because I forgot to mention the fact that after you defeat Gore, you can now... There's this on the screen now. If you shoot this right here... Well, you know, there's a missile expansion. Right, so now we have that, we're going to go ahead and finish off most of the Elysian storyline. I'm going to go ahead and go to Samus' ship, and we're going to call it from here. And then we're going to head to Eastern Skytown and pick the lore we missed up from there. So, I shall see you in just a moment as we fly off to Eastern Skytown to pick up our missing lore. Okay, we're in Eastern Skytown now. Now, you may remember with the other two landing sites on Skytown, there was data bots in those rooms. There's supposed to be one in this room as well, but I went through this room twice and somehow I didn't manage to see it on either side. Where are you? Oh, there you are! Right. Elysian data duct decoded. Agreement. The treaty brought us new supplies, fuel, and parts from the Federation. In return, we allow them to use Elysia Station as they saw fit. They were glad to use the station's powerful scientific systems and gain a great deal of knowledge from our data banks. Unfortunately, the harsh atmosphere of our world was dangerous for the Federation researchers. They proposed to replace the humanoids with a single artificial intelligence unit which they called Aurora. Oh, by the way, that missile expansion we picked up previously was the 50th pickup, so we now have half of the items in the game. Okay, there's one more piece of lore I want to get in this episode, and then once we've got that, we're going to go ahead and start our trip to the Elysian Seed. Okay, so the room we're in now is the very famous broken lift. Now, one of these floors I think has a data bot in it. I can't remember if it's the lower floor or the upper floor. It might actually be the upper floor. I have a quick look around here. Okay, we're back in the broken lift on the upper side this time, and the data bot should be in this room. There you are. Elysian data doctor coded Aurora. Aurora was placed within one of our floating pods and connected into the station's network. This connection allowed Aurora to control not only the facility, but us as well. Our link allowed us to reap the benefits of the Aurora's own connection to the Federation's Aurora network. The units were capable of communicating with one another regardless of distance, and vast amounts of information were passed down to us. As the years went by, we aided the Aurora and our Federation allies in their research. We studied potential enemy threats and collected data on their activities. It was, in some small way, a means to atone for our inability to help our creators years ago. Through our alliance with the Federation, we were able to prevent many disasters and bring an end to numerous threats in the cosmos. We are not certain if that's what our creators would have wished to happen, but it was certainly a peaceful life. So if we have a look at our logbook now, if we go into the logbook, and the logbook's here if you're quite interested, and then if we have a look at some lore, we have 11 out of 12 for Skytown. We cannot get this last one till later in the game, so don't worry about that just yet. We're still missing some Galactic Federation data, which I'm sure we'll be able to get because this on Norion, I think, and we haven't really fully explored Norion just yet. I'll need to double check on that one though, because yeah, there might be there might be Galactic Federation data on here actually. Research. Well, there's a lot of entries in here, but I'll double check over some of these in a moment. And as for creatures, that's objectives. Skytown, we have all 11 main creatures that we can find on this place, so that's very encouraging. So I'm just going to check over and see if there's any more types of lore we can find at all on this place, and if not, I will let you know, because then we'll be starting to go assault on the Elysian Seed. Okay, so I've double checked, and it looks like all the lore that I was thinking we could get that might be related to Skytown isn't actually on Skytown at all, so never mind. We're going to do it now. We're going to go ahead and destroy the Elysian Seed in the next episode. Thank you for watching this episode of Let's Play Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Please also share this LP with your friends so more people can see it, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know exactly when a new episode comes up. I'm a Jedi Person. Thank you for watching Let's Play Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. Goodbye.